If you don't listen, you might miss it. What's up, y'all? It's 3K Knowledge. I'm here to drop some knowledge on y'all. Y'all know how I do. Let's get it. This year is 2025. Happy New Year's to y'all. I was so excited. Seeing them fireworks go off for New Year's, because it really made me like think about all the excellence that's going into this year. You know, how 2024 broke me down, built me up, and molded me into a person to go into 2025 suited up. You know, like, I'm a totally different person, and I got a totally different mindset. I got a total different arrangement of goals. I got a total different thought process. It's just, I ain't never went into a new year with this kind of suit on, you know? Like, imagine a year before, you working on a suit like Iron Man, and then you go into the new year with that suit on, and hopefully it's, you know, you built it good enough to protect you through the bullshit and elevate, you know, and take over the enemy, which is yourself. First of all, let's not get too deep in New Year's. Let me give you a quick history segment real quick, just for all the people that, you know, are kind of confused on why I did this when I said 2025, because this is not officially the new year. Let's think on a base level concept of the earth and how we are connected to the earth. Why the fuck would the new year be in the middle of the death cycle of the earth, winter, when all the plants, everything is, you know, died out temporarily? Wouldn't it be in the spring when the world arises, when nature arises and starts to blossom, and it's a shed of the dead energy and then a rebirth? Wouldn't that be the new year? Yeah, it would actually. But in 1582, France changed the Julian calendar, which was created by Julius Caesar. They changed the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar. They made the change from the start of the year being from March, mid-April to January to show contributions to the sun god Janus. Hence why we, you know, the beginning of the year is January. January, which is subliminally making you, you know, basically say a mantra towards a sun god, which is also a demon, subconsciously worshiping a sun demon. It can get deeper into it, but that's just the base level. And it also goes into why, when the new year does happen between March and April, the beginning of April is April Fools. They're basically making a mockery of how they fooled you to think that the beginning of this year is in January when it's actually towards springtime. If you don't believe me, you can do your own homework. I don't give a fuck about your opinion. Yeah, you can go ChatGPT or Google that, but everything I say is facts. Let's get into what this video is really about. The title of this video is how I'm going to use quantum physics to get to my goal of 100K a month, or just to accomplish whatever, you know. Quantum physics is basically the mix of spirituality and science. Once you separate those two segments and dive into each one of them on your own, spiritually and in the science tied with the spirituality of this reality, you start to unlock certain, you know, segues to different paths, you know, different things that you can do to accomplish other things, you know, different thought processes. Speaking of thoughts, the power of thoughts, understanding thoughts, and how your thoughts contribute to every single experience that you experience in this human experience. You get it? We don't live, if you go watch my other video, I talked about this a little bit, but we don't live a linear timeline. Time doesn't exist. So we don't have a start and a finish, you know? It's just is. Time is just now. So time is basically saying this, you know, start, finish, you know, that's time. But really, time isn't how you perceive time to be, because time doesn't exist. Once you understand the basis that time don't exist, you start to question what really is then, okay? So present moment is basically the only sense of time that we go by. And being in present moment, you allow life to experience you, if that makes sense. You allow the universe to experience you through your desires, right? Because you have no restraints, you know. These restraints come from the thoughts, okay? Earlier in this video, I said your thoughts create this reality, which they do. Think of thoughts being a real reality. Thoughts are real. Your thoughts are real. The things that you think is here, but they're just in a distance. So the same way how you think about something and then it happened, or you think about something like how, for example, I thought of this book and I wanted it and I was thinking about it and imagining it, and then it randomly, not randomly, just dropped out the sky, but my life led up. I went through things in life to lead up to me getting this book. I went through things, Christmas came up, and then my girl gave me this book. So it's like life leads you through this path to get whatever you want, you know? Think of life being like a slideshow, and not so much as start and finish. Think of you just being here and a wave of experiences just flowing through you. Just things flowing, you just sitting still. You're a still conscious being. And images, like clips of life just flashing. And you are in control of every clip that you see, which is reality. Every clip that you want to observe and experience as a human being starts up here off of your thoughts. You are micro-manifesting every second. So if you want to get from here to here, you can't be thinking of every single detail of getting there and thinking of other shit and clogging up the path to get to here with all of these other thoughts and memories. You're gonna make it so much harder to get here. The best way to get to point A to point B is to have a clear mind. Try to stop thinking right now. As you try, you can pause this video and go 25 seconds with trying to stop thinking. Your brain is going to start thinking on its own. It's going to be like you're damn near forcing yourself to stop thinking. You trying to sit still and try to stop, and thoughts still keep coming up. That is how the brain works. That is going to happen regardless of what you do. The attention that you give to those thoughts start to micro-manifest, like I was just saying. They're not really yours. Once you learn how to observe them and just see them for what they are, they start to fade a little bit. And then once they start to fade, the destination from A to B, all these little things that was in the middle, they start to fade too. Making this path from here to here a whole lot easier. Because getting it here to here, he don't gotta go through boom, 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 all these thoughts and then get here. He just goes straight. Because there's nothing in the middle. Pure consciousness. You're observing. You're allowing the universe to experience through you. Let's think of it like this, a tube. You got a tube, and in that tube, you want to sprout water through this end to this end, right? If it's a clear tube, the water's going straight to the other side. Think of the tube as your mind and the destination from a thought to physical matter. If you want to get that thought to physical matter or that water to that tube, you have to have a clear tube. You can't have gunk built up and all of that shit, because it's going to block off the passage to point A to point B. That gunk is your thoughts. The shit you put your attention to. Staying present, staying in the present time allows you to just flow, allows the universe to just flow through you. When you think of the past, which don't even fucking exist, it's not even you anymore. That past you from 5 years ago, that's not you no more. You have literally shedded and built into a new person. You don't even feel like that person no more. You don't think like that person no more. That was one segment of your life. That was a you in a different time frame. That's not you. You are right now. The only you that truly exists is present moment. No past yourself, no future self. The only you that truly exists is present moment. They want you to think there's a future you. They want you to think there's a past you. There's only you right now. So once you have that clear of a mind space, and once you observe your thoughts instead of reacting to them, now you just sitting back, you're a sovereign being, and you're just letting life do what it does in your best interest, because you're not trying to force it. You're letting the divine lead you in a path no matter what happens, leading you to the path that you want no matter what happens, no matter what happens in your life, because it's clear. Your mind is clear. You want $100,000 a month? Okay, cool. Bet. Make a thought right here. And you experience life, and life catches back up with that thought in physical matter. Like this. Like a spiral. The thoughts that you put in front of this thought build up that tube, like with gunk, like we was just saying. So it makes this passage to get to the other side, to physical matter, way slower, because you experiencing so many other thoughts simultaneously before you catch up with that thought. Get it? So if you have, well, of course you're gonna have thoughts, but if you observe your thoughts instead of reacting to them and bringing them into physical matter, or putting that energy into them, it makes it way faster. And I'm not telling you to be a robot. I'm telling you to just be. Like, quantum physics and even monks and if you really decipher the Bible, life is not supposed to be hard. Life is just supposed to be life. The one who really, really leads you in the path through this reality knows more than you, can see what you can't. They can see outside of rooms. The divine can see outside of rooms that you can't. Can see outside of consciousnesses and environments and situations. They can see outside of this, and you can't. So why wouldn't you want to be guided by the all-seeing eye? Let it come to you. I don't know how I'm going to make $100K a month. I don't know when I'm going to make $100K a month. And I don't give a fuck. Because that's not on me. I sit back. I work my ass off every day, becoming a better me. And I allow the universe to put me in certain situations, to put me in front of the path to $100K a month. It could be off trading. It can be off of selling fucking remotes. It can be off of fucking being a fucking, bro, it could be anything. I don't give a fuck. But it's there. It's mine. You know? It's set in stone. It's mine. $100K a month is mine already. Now I'm gonna sit back and let the divine experience $100K a month through me. I'm gonna let the divine say, come on 3K, grab my hand and walk me to $100K a month. I'm not finna get the fuck out the way, divine, and try to make my no, because you can set back the time 10 fucking years by doing that. It still can happen. Don't get me wrong. If you really just put the fucking work in, I'm not saying you can't accomplish it. Absolutely, you can accomplish anything. But what I'm saying is the way you accomplish it is going to be very much more fruitful if you allow the divine to lead you to that accomplishment. You know, you can get it regardless. But the divine giving it to you, I guarantee you will be in your favor way more. Way more. Way more. That's how I plan to just live life. Not even obtain a goal of 100K a month. But even after that, once I do, still gonna want a goal, you know. Even once I accomplish 100K, now it's a million. Now I want $1 million a month. That's how I'm gonna perceive reality, so I can accomplish even greater than I could even imagine. Because there is no limit once you allow. Once you allow, there is no limit. So just be and allow. Even with trading, if you try to force a trade, you're gonna blow your account. If you try to force a trade, you're gonna have, you know, you're gonna go through shit. Like, you're gonna go through bullshit. But if you just let the trade come to you, you sit back and you be patient. Might not take a trade for 2 days, and then you let that A+ setup come to you. Now you bank because you allowed it to come to you. You didn't try to go get it. That's how the world wants you to move. That's how the universe created this reality for you, to obtain the things that you want, using the only thing that you really have, which is your mind. Everything in your room that you look at started from the mind. Your wall, the tapestry, the laptop, the phone I'm talking to, it all started from the mind of a human being. Utilize it. I don't got too much for y'all. Even though it's not really the New Year, it still is technically. So, Happy New Year's, man. It's 2025. We got so much ahead of us this year, man. What the fuck? We got so much ahead of us. And, man, I'm ready to put it all together, man. Peace and love to the conscience, man. Love y'all. Stay up.